2 months ago, Kitchenaid released a brand new model. If you haven't seen it, it's the one that has a silly little light right here. Finally, I have some time to tear this thing all the way down. I don't know what to expect in there. I'm here to take you along on the journey. So let's get started. We're gonna go ahead and take off this back cap. Now, even though I don't know exactly what's in here, I know it's gonna be different because of a few features. One, this has the clicky thing, but also if you twist this, it turns into like a sliding power board, which tells me right off the bat they've replaced a lot of the mechanical components in favor of electrical ones. Okay, all right, as you can see, these are entirely different machines. In fact, to me, it doesn't look like a single piece in the rear end is the same, right? We have the speed plate is missing, the phase board, this bearing bracket is changed, there's a governor back here. None of that is present. Very interesting, let's keep tearing it down. Now, I know the goal with any new iteration of a machine is to make it cheaper to manufacture. And I knew right away when I opened the box and I saw it, yes, it does come with a stainless steel paddle, but look at that. It is just flat. It looks like it just came from a flat sheet of metal. I knew there was going to be some cost-saving reductions, but I never realized this until now. Take a look here. They've actually completely taken the vent ports off of here and only added one little portion of it there. Now, it's likely because the new machine probably produces less heat, but it does just kind of look funky. Well, I certainly wasn't expecting that. Now, I took off the beauty band, and as you can tell, there are two screws here that were not present on the old model. And undoubtedly, that's because there is some sort of speed board that sits right there that was not present. All of the electronics in the old unit are buried up inside the head, as you can see. But before we can remove those, we need to go ahead and get this split apart. We're gonna take a flathead screwdriver. We're gonna tap off this drip ring right here. Now, up to this point, the teardown has been exactly the same. No big changes. There's a pin right here that we need to remove. They still didn't add a spring and washer. They took the spring and washer away in like 2016. It makes a huge difference. We offer a quick install, life-changing. Okay, let's punch out this pin, which will then allow us to remove the planetary here. Take a look. Now, while we do have a complete change in all of the electronics, I'm betting the gearing is all the exact same. To find out, we got to remove these 5 screws around the head. There's 2 here in the body. There's 1 on the back on each side that also needs to be removed. Now, I found out that you can't just take the head off. You actually do have to come through here. You have to remove this clip right here. And that's because when you try and remove this, you kind of get stopped by this ground wire that's screwed into the housing there. Previously, it screwed right into this bracket here for easier separation, but no biggie. All right, take a look. Here is what we're left with. As you can tell, these units, they're just entirely different. Now, the good news is that the gears are, in fact, the exact same. The only problem, they use a plastic bushing right here. I haven't even used this machine. It's fresh out of the box, and look, it's already starting to fall apart. Now, this was never a problem with the older models. They had bronze bushings. We do not let machines leave our shop with those plastic bushings. As you can see, I have a whole station here. I punch out the plastic ones and we install the new bronze ones. We offer those as upgrades, by the way. If you got your machine after like 2018, 2019, it's a valid upgrade. Okay, we're not done yet. I want to know what's behind door number 3. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to remove these screws. There's that light, by the way. All right, the screws are... What's going on here? Oh, I see. Okay, there's a clip right here. You got to put some pressure on that, and it looks like you can kind of pull that up and away. Take a look at that. It's actually full of little clips. Look, there's a little clip right here that you have to take off. One right here that we got to take off, and that removes that rear board right there, which, wouldn't you know, it leads to more clips. Now, at this point, I don't think that you can remove this last clip without removing this whole bracket, which looks like it's held in place by 1, 2, 3, 4 screws there. So let's take those out. And of course, these are different sizes. All right, let's go. Ah, gotcha. It's a 5/32 Allen, by the way. Which, of course, is going to end up pulling this entire motor and field assembly out. And naturally, there were some more really annoying clips that you had to get in there and unclip in order to take it off. And now that I got a better look at it, this thing really just pops off of there. And there we go. That's what we're left with. So we have a motor field assembly, bracket assembly here. We have the speed board assembly and, you know, all of these little boards here. Now, as I had assumed, this is going to be easier for them to assemble in factory. I'm going to tell you why. So if you look in the old one, we have the field assembly, we have the motor armature. If you look down in there, you have the brushes. All of that is still present, right? So you have the armature here, you have the field assembly. The brushes are built into the machine. But on the older unit here, all of those parts are individual. They come out individually. This is going to be only offered as a unit. You're not going to be able to get just the field assembly or just the motor. You're going to have to buy this entire piece right here. They've done away with all of these electrical and mechanical components back here in lieu of just this board right here. And that unfortunately tells me a couple things. They have not done this yet because they're still manufacturing these units side by side, but they're going to stop manufacturing this stuff, in my opinion, in lieu of going with this model right here. Which means when your old machines break down, you're probably not going to be able to get all of the old components anymore, forcing you to buy a new machine if yours breaks. Which is really sad because there's a lot of people who have machines and they've had machines for 20 or 30 years. So they want to keep them alive. That's no longer going to be the case, or it wasn't going to be the case. Luckily, there's a Mr. Mixer. Now, this isn't going to happen overnight. Now, they have already stopped manufacturing this model. They still have some of the parts, but they're getting harder and harder to get. But if you can't tell, I have been stocking parts on top of parts, on top of parts, on top of parts. I've also started the process of manufacturing all of these parts that you're no longer going to be able to get from factory. So have no fear, we will be able to keep your machine alive indefinitely. Now you might be saying, Mr. Mixer, how do you know they're going to stop manufacturing these parts? Well, they've already stopped manufacturing a lot of these parts. It does not make sense for them to manufacture these side by side. In no world are they going to have multiple factories making a bunch of parts that they don't even use in their production units anymore. And the only reason they haven't done this yet is they have such a massive operation that they cannot shut down all of their stuff to tool up for this machine. They manufacture them side by side for a while. They shut down one of the shops that's, making these components in lieu of these. They keep doing that facility by facility until they get it to where they're tooled up just for the new unit, and then say bye-bye to the old stuff. As you can see, I have a ton of work to do. How do you help? Well, you have to order parts from us, join our subscription, just support in any manner that you can so that we have the funds to manufacture, because it costs a lot to do everything that I've talked about today. So if you want to make sure that you can keep your old machine alive, do your part by ordering parts.